Chat, I'm gonna shave my eyebrows if MKOI loses this game, okay? Okay, I don't know how KC won this game. MKOI, you suck! MKOI, you f***ing suck! What the f***? I look like an old man! Oh my god! What the f*** is this? Oh my god! What the f***?
BB TPing LeBron. And I don't think this is going to end well. Forsaken Jace getting in there. Patrick Ford's flash over the wall. Q over to the skies.
And it needs it then for Fnatic. Whereas SK, like Kadui's been in a great spot.
Bit cooked.
They're gonna have double stopwatch, double render wins, locket redemption. I think GG. I think GG. Unwinnable for SK. Oh my god, they got a connect on Rakan. Wait. Wait. Wait, what?
Literally, XCube gonna ult.
Oh yeah,
Really gonna keep going. 1-1-3. He can't keep getting away with it. He can actually do no wrong.
TP from Adam. I think he might have done wrong. He might have been big wrong.
Your god is undefeated.
Amazing.
Nice lane, like, thank you, like, really good run.
I hate you. I have to play this matchups with someone like you. I wanna coach my eyes out.
And that is just week 1. Welcome back to LEC Spring 2024, live from the Riot Games Arena in Berlin, Germany. I don't even know what to say, guys. Yonkers doesn't have eyebrows anymore. Everyone is losing their mind. And we just had 1 week of games. I'm Laure. I'm back with the Scandinavian duo, GB and Finn. And Rosnatones, coach, assistant coach. Hi.
Hi, I'm
How are you doing?
I'm a rat.
You're a rat now,
Yeah.
officially.
I'm here to watch some banger games, and honestly, the reactions from the co-streamers is pretty much sums everything in a nutshell. I mean, especially Karzi's language was something to behold.
Yeah, I mean, my highlight of the week that we had was probably you losing to Baus as well. We didn't have that here, but that one we won was certainly something.
Missed that one.
Yeah, we did miss out. We should have included that, but...
Okay, guys,
we can
okay,
have
to
it
talk about the
illustrated on that.
LEC, it's fine, right? Okay, let's leave that in the past.
Well, you were not with us last week, so tell me, what did you think about the madness that unfolded between our eyes last week? Let's take a look at the standing and see what happens, because this should not look like this. Like, things should not look like this, guys. Like, what is this?
Production is doing them dirty, but SK should be rank 1 uncontested best team in the league, coming from, you know, being the 10th place last split into having, you know, such a performance, especially against Fnatic. Even though Fnatic might be cursed nowadays, it was still a great performance from them.
I mean, I see SK, I see Heretics, and I see Vitality, and I'm like, stop the count. first place, stop the count, let's stop things here. No, but look at it. Like, these are 3 teams that I feel like there was not a lot of expectations around coming into last week. Different picture. I'm thinking about SK things first. What have they been eating? Who they implemented in the roster? Are we excited about SK?
I mean, I'm extremely excited about them. We heard going into the first week that their scrims wasn't looking too good, but honestly, I think their macro was quite good against Fnatic, even in the position where they were losing. Old SK, they would have rolled over and they would have just died. There would have been no cross map. It would have been take a fighter on Dragon where you 2k behind, lose again, and then just the game will be over. But this time around, they're consistently looking for outs in the game or finding ways to still get a lead while they're changing or trading objectives. So I was actually very pleasantly surprised by watching SK.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's why we're down a lot of like teams like Rogue, because we don't see any signs of life. But when you look at SK, at least you see those proactive seeds being sowed early in the game, and they're very, very active. And I think especially Bukada.
What do you mean you don't see any proactivity from Rogue? Okay, so hear me out here. Cue up the banger music, but Rogue had good early game showings. They got 5k gold up, sure. The Drake objective set up. Man, it's like Voldemort. It's like Voldemort meets Jack Sparrow. Right? This rocks. But Rogue had a lot of activity in the early game. I felt like in at least 2 of their losses, they were in positions where they were fighting for the soul, or at least to deny the soul. And they had 5k gold up, and then they just like let it slip. You can't just say that Rogue is just rolling over and dying like last split. They've been doing a lot more this split.
Well, the biggest role assessment comes out. It goes from fighting for soul to wait, enemy's about to get soul. We have to stop them from getting it.
Okay, just a small technicality. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that.
All right, I have to open the Spanish team's case, because what is this after these 2 weeks?
I mean, that's rough. That's hold up.
Hey, okay. one of them is not like the others. You cannot say that Movistar Koi is
Yeah.
in the same basket as Rogue and Giantex, considering especially their schedule.
Yeah, because they played against, hold up, where are they? They played against G2 and they played against KC. Top 2 of last split. That's not fair.
Okay. Do we have any hopes for them?
BDS, baby! 1 month
Oh my
free on
God.
Italy, 1 month free on Nafiri. Where is he? Where is he? Right at the top. #1 in the league, undefeated in the spring split, and I think they just come in and they're thirsty, they're hungry, and they came out swinging in week 1. And I think we see new life in this team.
I think I just scored.
Irrelevant back in lane, solo kill them, add them back to back to back. You know, those kills start to stack.
I'm not buying it.
You should buy it.
I'm not buying it.
I'm not in. I'm
They
not in.
They seem like the team they were last split.
Exactly
to me.
the same.
I don't see any evolution for BDS, so sell me BDS.
Come on, salesman, do it.
Smoke the doubters, the whole pack. Ice and Nuke was in Euphoria. I watched it, by the way. He was speaking about how it feels like it's a new team. They have some struggles, they have some growing pains, but I believe the individuality in this team and the mechanical prowess they have at their peak, at their apex, can compete with any team in the league.
What about Heretics, though? Honestly, for me, they were surprised. I mean, they're still, maybe they lack the individual star power, but for me, they have a clear identity, right? I think in both of their games, they got the soul. Shio, I feel like, is doing the thing that he's been doing at BDS. Well, technically, what BDS is missing right now, I think, to be a little bit of a better team. I think that swap was not a dub. I think they're performing great, especially considering what I was expecting from them coming to the split.
I feel like we left the banger for the end. Who wants to press the buzzer on Fnatic?
Oh, that button is so scared right now. I don't know
I'm not touching that one. I'm not touching that one.
Cakes, Casey?
No, but we have to address what happens, like, because they show strong in the first day of. All right, Jimmy, you're doing it.
I don't know what's happening with this team. This is the most bipolar roster I've seen in so long, and we've always said that with Fnatic, that they're an emotional team. But I don't even know what emotion this team gives me right now.
When I saw Razor flash W a minion, it gave me a lot of emotion.
Pain.
Oh, it gives a lot of pain. I think that's the main thing we're feeling watching it, and I think it sucks because if I just saw any other team that was at the bottom of the pack multiple years in a row, I'd probably go like, yeah, sure, it's the same. But it's a team like Fnatic where the conversation is always, how do we get to the top? And when they revamped their roster, building in all the new pieces that's going to fix the issues they had last year, and then some of the issues still being there, I mean, I think that says a lot.
It still shows that they have a lot of communication issues, especially in Game 2 against SK. You know, a little bit more serious now. When they have a Nashor for free because the jungler is dead, and then Oscar just turns early, and then everyone's like, okay, Oscar went in, we need to bail him out. It just became a roller coaster of mistakes.
But it just always comes back to discipline, doesn't it? It's just always they have the game in their hand. Laura, what do you think?
I don't think anything. I just have questions. I just have questions about this roster, honestly. Like Oscar was saying it in game, we are cooked. How cooked are they? For the rest of the split. And I know it's like mega overreactions because we only had 1 week, but that is my question.
I still think like the fact that we've already moved into best of 3s and the adaptations of veteran players, as we're seeing of Fnatic, are not happening from one bad game to the other. I think that's scary because in best of 1s, sure, it's an overreaction, but I think in a best of 3, when you're playing against SK, who's not a strong team last year, and they had substitution, but they're still very new, I think you're expecting a lot more from a team.
I mean, sometimes, you know, the hardest games are against the weaker opponents.
Why? Because you have ego coming into it?
No, because you expect the free dub, and the dub is not happening, so you're just mad.
I guess ego? No.
Well, you would tell me, can you?
Closing thoughts on the standings and how mad things have been so far. From the surprises that we had in week 1, which teams or team do you think is going to surprise the most?
Giantex.
Positively or negatively?
Now that I don't know.
Okay.
Because
it's up.
But they will have something.
the curse has been planted. You know, in winter when Giotto did the interview where you know G2's not gonna make worlds. I feel like it's been a downward spiral, and I feel like now is the time for them to kind of come back because they've been on a big losing streak.
And the time is 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago. We're waiting.
But I expect to see a lot more from them, especially because they have such bigger aspirations that they've been showing so far. You know, even Jackie said at some point, this is a roster that needs to win at least one split, even though they had a change in the roster after that. I still want to see it happen.
Yeah, they set expectations themselves. Some teams didn't set expectations, but kept on surprising in week 1. I'm excited to see what's ahead of us here in week 2. Shox is now standing by with Adam from Rogue in the Marriott Bonvoy pregame check-in. So let's check it out because, yeah, Rogue has been difficult last week.
Adam, another day, another game. I feel like whenever we have these interviews, it's it's not going too well with the team, and I want to say maybe it's similarly after Rogue's first week. But are you all healthy again? Let me ask that first.
I'm healthy, so I'm really happy, really
Okay.
happy.
The energy's back.
I mean, yeah, because I'm also sad because, I mean, I think maybe if I was not sick last week, maybe we could have won against BDS. Like, I could not play as I wanted to, so I'm like a bit sad regarding that. But hopefully this week is like better,
Yeah, there were some games where you were playing so well that it really looked unlosable. I think the Gwen game is a good example. What does that do to you? Because obviously you're part of a team, but you also need to prove yourself continuously, and then a game like that is lost. Do you blame yourself?
I think I don't really want to look for like the specific person or to blame and stuff. I just want to... We should just blame it on ourselves, like the team, even like coaching staff included, like everyone, including the team, who's around the team, should be blamed for like our performance. And we should just try like to make it better for like the next games, trying like not to mental boom too much, which was like hard for me in the past, but like now I deal with it a bit better.
It's better?
Yes.
I've been through a lot, obviously.
I've been through a lot, but I mean, I'm trying just to make like the best out of it.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I would describe it like. You're trying to make the best out of everything. How do you feel the group responds to a loss and recovers from a loss?
I mean, I would say that we're recovering pretty well because we've already reached the bottom in winter. So it's like we've seen everything right now. So
Can't go worse.
it cannot go worse. So we're trying like to keep good mental, especially now. Like the format is a bit like longer, so it's not as stressful as it was in winter. So we try to keep it chill until it's actually lost.
The only way is up, unless
it's going down.
You're 10 again. It can't be any worse. That's true. We see you putting a lot into your personal development. You, of course, went to Korea to boot camp. May I ask, did you like pitch to the rest of the teams like, hey, do you guys want to come? Or did you really want to do this by yourself?
I think it's like I just did it by myself. I didn't really ask for like anything in the team. I do believe that it's important for like each individual after such like disappointment in a split that everyone just reflects in themselves how they want to. Just like it's important, I feel like, to not put pressure on like anyone, so that they do what they feel is the best for them to come back in fresh for the spring. So yeah.
Okay. Since you've said it yourself, but you've gone through a lot, right? You've had definite ups and downs. There was a time where everybody was talking about you, and we had the Worlds and the Garens and everything, and now it's like a completely different environment. Do you feel because of all of that you've become a better teammate?
I mean, I would say probably like this off-season that has been going for me and how this year is going, I would say it's like pretty humbling for me. Because I mean, like, I believe that I'm a player that like deserves like the highest peak of League of Legends, and I try like to reach that high by putting like so much effort into everything that I'm doing. So yeah, it's like pretty humbling. It's making me reflecting on so many things that I should work on, and so many weaknesses that I still have that can be like in the game and even outside of the game, of like what it actually means being like a teammate in League of Legends, and what it actually means like helping your teammate when they need you and vice versa. So yeah, I mean, so much questions going on in my mind, and I just try to work everything out.
Yeah, it's the new Adam arc, the self-development arc. We love to see it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.